Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Now it's Pearman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Second and 11. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards on the pickup. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. He's at the 40. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive. And
he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Jackson going up top. He whiffles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. On play action, they'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand.
Complete to number 13.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
This is Pearman. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
3rd down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score Saints 7, Titans nothing.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
To number 13.
68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
The 11-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And this will not be... Returned, it'll come out to the 25.
25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Pearman. First down past the 40. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run with Pearman. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at...
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd down.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
2nd and 1 at the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up at the 36. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They'll try and start this drive in the air. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Troy Apke. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
We know, but let me finish. Okay. You're down 3 scores. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think
Yeah.
you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now, okay? So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Jackson throwing once more. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run with Barkley. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Big play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, he'll get it to Harrison. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again, Jackson. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Contact. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. That's a third down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The intended target, Saquon Barkley, but it'll be second down. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
With the score.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Brings up third, and
they'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw is Jackson. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now Jackson on 1st down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They go play action now. Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Jackson's pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
A 2-yard pickup.
3rd and goal, Jackson. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. And they got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
10 at the 34-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
The quick slide caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. And there goes an impressive 31-yard gain.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Play leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, Jackson flushed out right. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out, and the Saints add on to their lead.
I thought that was a nice job there, feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Well, the fake attempt here not going to work. Got a little yardage, but not enough to get to the goal line.
With that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mock bets. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mock bets.
Yeah, for something that great. That's an ancient route, like faking grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
It smelled terrible. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked off at the 16. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. And that will be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. They'll stay on the ground. It's Pyramid again. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Jackson on first down. He's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 20-yard touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on off.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And a quick throw here that's complete. He gets in. No one was expecting a fake there, but they add two more onto their lead. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And the Titans are going to recover the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it. It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Yards to go.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
At the 34-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a handoff working right. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They lost 2, and it brings brings up fourth.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on fourth down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Touchdown, New Orleans! A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And they got it. They recovered it. But hang on now. There's a penalty flag down. Too excited to get the football and touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Shakes off the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Harold Landry in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Here's Jackson. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
21 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Jackson. As he releases it, and outfall incomplete.
But we always talk about how you got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. Pass incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And the Titans are going to recover the football. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Will bounce It's out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. Now it's Jackson. He's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Intercepted. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. 2nd and 7. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It's a gain of 6. And it's...
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. The open man is Smith. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
28.
Extra point up and good by Sanders as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
The 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
28.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?